if you were never given another chance ever again in your life. Good morning, honorable judges. My name is Naila Zulfa from SMA Dharma Wanita 1 Gedangan, and I am here today arguing that the motion giving social service and skill training for gambling offenders rather than imprisonment should and will stand. Before we head on with my arguments, I would like to first define today's motion. Firstly, social service, organized efforts and activities designed to help individuals, groups, or communities improve their well-being, especially those who are disadvantaged, vulnerable, and in need. Secondly, skill training, process of teaching or developing specific abilities and knowledge needed to perform a particular job, task, or activity effectively. Third, gambling offenders, individuals who commit crimes related to gambling either directly or indirectly. Now, we head on with my arguments. First, there are numerous fields in need of workers with several key aspects or sectors consistently face labor shortages, including healthcare, agriculture, construction, and the list goes on. Second, research shows that 75% of employers worldwide are struggling to fill vacancies. This itself should urge us to use gambling offenders for the better, rather than leaving them to rot in prison, being no use but yet still add burden to what lies around us. Yet, these leads us to my second argument. Using gambling offenders for social service and skill training would better the economy. Forcing gambling offenders to do social work while skill training has been proven to better the economy. Employed ex-offenders has contributed over $55,000 per year to the economy, contributing to taxes, local economy, and reduce reliance on welfare. Do we really want to waste something that could make us stronger, especially considering the fact that over 50 countries are in debt? Yet even more countries are in risk of being in debt. Lastly, aside from our focus of benefiting what's around us, sometimes we forget about what's really important. Them. Imagine yourself as a gambling offender being stuck in a financial struggle. Rather than robbing your neighbor's house, you decide to try something more harmless. Yet, once again, you get caught. No one seems to care anymore. One mistake turns your life into something worthless. We label these offenders as sinners, looking at them with disgust and rage. However, how is it that a study conducted by the R&D Corporation proved that vocational training have reduced recidivism rates by up to 50%? Yet we all have done mistakes, just in a different form. So why should we bash these offenders? The opposition may say that these offenders are in risk of recommitting crimes. Studies have shown that only roughly 5 to 15% of gambling offenders are capable of violent behavior or assault. So I ask you, would you let thousands or even millions rot, even if it could make us into something bigger and better? Now, to summarize my arguments, firstly, I've stated that these offenders could fill in the 75% gap of employment. Secondly, using gambling offenders for social service and skill training would help develop the economy, contributing to numerous key aspects of the economy. Lastly, laying these offenders would do us no good, but using them will. So, once again, I say, I firmly believe that the motion giving social service and skill training for gambling offenders rather than imprisonment should and will stand. Thank you.